I'm showing you guys how to make a super easy, fun apple treat that's perfect for fall. So we're adding a little bit of butter to the bottom of our muffin pan here. So just a little bit of butter into each muffin tin. And next I'm taking a little bit of brown sugar and just sprinkling that over the top of the butter. This is gonna be so delicious and it's really gonna bring out these fall apple flavors. I'll show you what we're gonna do for our next step. It's gonna be so good. So just a little bit of sugar. It's honestly a super tiny amount. And I'm using organic brown sugar. You could use a sugar replacement if you prefer. But I'm just using good old-fashioned organic brown sugar. So once you have that in each of your muffin tins, we're gonna take some apples that I sliced up into pretty small pieces and then sprinkle that right on top. I love baked apples. I think they are so good. They make your house smell amazing. The flavor gets even stronger when they're baked. If anyone has any good apple recipes, let me know in the comments. I'd love to try them out. So we're just gonna sprinkle these apples. This was one whole apple sliced. I'm using a Gala apple. Gala, I'm not sure how you say that actually. So I'm gonna set this aside for just a minute. And then I'm making a cake batter here. I just used a mix. This is a gluten-free almond coconut sugar cake that I got at Whole Foods. And you're just gonna make it according to the package. So I put the cake mix in here along with 3 eggs and some butter because that's what it called for on the package. And I'm just gonna mix this all together. This would be really good with any sort of vanilla cake, maybe even like a spiced cake mix would probably be delicious. But this is the one I'm using and I think it's actually gonna go together really well. So like I said, you could use a gluten-free cake mix, you could use a keto cake mix, an organic cake mix, you could even make homemade if you wanted. It's kind of up to you. I just wanted to keep this recipe as simple as possible, so that's why I'm using a mix. So we're gonna get our muffin pan, and I'm just gonna use an ice cream scoop to scoop even amounts on top of our apple butter brown sugar mixture. Doesn't that just sound delicious? Apple butter brown sugar. And then with this almond cake, I just think it's gonna be amazing. Okay, I evened it out so that they all have some of the batter. And now I'm just gonna smooth out the tops just a little bit. It won't really matter because the tops are actually gonna end up being the bottoms of the muffin. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm just gonna kind of smooth it out as best as I can. So from here, you're just gonna follow the baking instructions on your baking mix or with whatever cake recipe you're using. These are going into the oven at 350. For a cake, it takes like 28 to 30 minutes. I'm thinking it'll be a little bit quicker. So I'll probably check on these after maybe like 12 to 15 minutes, and then we'll see how they turn out. All right, our apple muffins were in the oven for probably about 30 minutes. They look perfect, so I'm gonna let them cool and then we'll take them out and see what they look like and try them out. They smell amazing, so I'm very excited. Okay, our apple muffins have cooled a bit. You can see the edges here with those crispy caramelized edges that look so good because of that brown sugar and butter. So I am going to grab a knife here. So I'm just gonna use a knife to help me get this out of the muffin pan. You could also use muffin liners if you'd like. Makes things a little bit easier. Look at how delicious that looks with those cooked apples at the bottom and our brown sugar and butter mixture. It's like an upside down apple cake, but in mini form. So let's give it a taste test. They smell and look so good, so I'm very excited. That is to die for. The texture is perfect. There's that extra bit of sweetness on top from the brown sugar, plus with the cooked apples. These are absolutely amazing. I am blown away by how good they are. I'm definitely gonna keep making these all fall long. You have to let me know if you try these out and what you think.